Welcome back to the road to 2200. I'm Dr. Skull, and here we go with our first move. We're going to play some d4. We are rated 1983 now, getting pretty close to 2000. My opponent is 1935. I've been over 2000 in the past. And they're opening with a rather provocative, aggressive bishop move here. I think this doesn't change my ideas. I'm still, going to end up trading here. I believe it was in the last game where I messed up and pinned in my bishop. We're not going to do that this time around. All right, I'll do the exchange Slav here. Get the bishop out before we play our e3 attempt to trade the bishops maneuver here. So the bishop comes out. Ooh, that was too soon, actually. I wanted to do this first. I don't think this mattered, but I do generally like to play this before. This feels like a weird move. I guess it's to prevent this. People seem to be really bent on preventing that. All right, so we'll go here. Offer a trade. We already have quite a few pieces developed. We'll just castle out of this particular pin. Actually, before I just make that immediate move, let's take a look for a second. Yeah, so like if takes here would be my guess, and I think that's fine. So yeah, I think I would be fine with them giving up their last bishop in this position. This doesn't feel like a knights only type of position. Okay, so they're just running back. Interesting maneuver. I don't quite understand. Like, I don't think they were trying to provoke me to castle. Like, that kind of feels ludicrous. So I'm not really sure what the point of that little maneuver was. I am definitely taking the C file now. I'm just trying to figure out what way is best. I feel like the A rook is probably best. I guess what we really should think about is where do we want both of our rooks when we've maneuvered them both. And I don't really know the answer to that. I don't think we're going to need them on the A and B file, so because of that, I'm going to go here. It just feels more likely we're going to want this rook on one of these files or even just doubled here. This can be really annoying, especially if my goal is to try to double up here, which I think it is. So it feels reasonable to pop this move in. I'm also limiting the scope of the bishop. No pieces can get there. It just seems like a reasonable idea. I guess I should have pondered, like, what if they push, and if they push, we just take, so we're fine. So if I go here, yeah, I think I get to double and seize this file before my opponent can. I guess they could go here, followed by this. And then if this, that doesn't really work. But I think I can go here. And if they take the time to maneuver here, I can double and then go here. And I think that causes some pretty big problems. Let's find out. It seems like it'll be good. Actually, wait, before I do that, what if my opponent just goes here? That could be much more annoying, actually, because they're hitting the rook. Do I have something super clever like taking here and then getting the knight? I don't think so. I think they would just take here first. I guess then I have takes here, they take here, I take back, or I take back this way. So I've gone down. Oh, that really doesn't work, actually, because then this guy would be hitting here, out of the range of the queen. So that doesn't work at all. It's a tough question. I think actually what I want to do is try to get him to commit to this spot first, right? So I can go here. But if I go here and then he goes here, now he's hitting that. So it's kind of frustrating. I think what I want to really do first is this move. Wait. Okay, so this is a possibility to try to prevent his move. But what if I go here? Is that even more useful? Ooh, also, I'm not really looking at that. I don't think that does anything yet. The problem with here is my opponent can go here. I don't think I care about that. I think I'm going to go here. I guess what I should have worried about was what if my opponent goes here, here, and pushes here. I guess he could go here, here. That is mildly annoying. I think. What do I want to do here? There's a lot of contact here. I'm not really sure how to handle it. I think what I want to do is go here, force my opponent to make a decision. If my opponent takes here, I guess I can't take here. So I think this is pretty good for them. Takes, goes here. Now they've sealed off this file. It's going to be very hard for me to open back up. My bishop is being attacked by the knight. So I have to make a decision there. What do I want to do? So I think this feels quite good for my opponent. So much so that actually I think I could go here and then go there and make things quite hard. So this is surprising. I feel like this is... it's not good. Huh. So like here... I think I can go... Oh, then he's going to go here and hit it a second time. So maybe here, 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 here. He goes back. So I think I want to take this file. I think this works out. It might not work out great. Which way do I want to go here? I'm thinking once this guy moves, do I have this move? I think that looks quite strong. Like if I go takes here, here to hit this pawn, and then I go bam, striking here. But maybe he can go this way first. Takes, then takes back. A lot of stuff happening, as you can see, with the millions upon millions of arrows. Okay, so I think the answer actually... that doesn't work either. I kind of want to pull him away. Maybe the answer is to go here and then around this way. We're down a piece, so we have to take this back somehow. I think I would rather take here. Yeah, I'm going to take that way. And then I might even go here. So that is an option. Oh, interesting. Yeah, I mean, not interesting. I knew that was coming. That was what we calculated long ago. But now, if I go here, 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 I think they would just castle and be totally fine is the issue. I think we're going to probably have to give up on this pawn. And I think that's fine. I just want to find a way to do it in a useful manner. Actually, yeah, I guess this works quite well. I can just move here. If they were to take, they can't take back. So I think I can just go like here, here even. Yeah, and put some pressure on this file. I think that pawn is actually safe. Oh, it may not be safe actually, because the hitting that way. Wow, this position is quite complicated. So takes, here, takes, here, takes. So what are we left with here? All right. So I win the piece. We're even. I'm up a rook. He's up a queen. I get the queen back, so I'm up a rook. And it's check. And that works. So we're going to try it. I think I've lured my opponent into a bit of a tactical trap here. So here, pretty much has to take. Takes check. I guess material is actually about... We might even just be down a pawn in this line. Do I have like a cool in-between move here? Okay, one more time. I take, he takes, I take here, he takes back. He has two pieces, I have two pieces. My rook is under attack, and I'm down a pawn. The knight will be able to retreat to safety, and I'm just going to be down a pawn. So all we're doing is trading some material in this position. Can I attack this guy? No check. If I go here, he takes, and now that maneuver is gone. Takes, takes. No, I think this is just a bad line to go down. So now the question is, do I want to trade everything off? I don't think I do, because I'm still threatening to take here. The problem is he's just going to immediately take, and it kind of destroys all my plans. What could I do that's interesting? This is actually interesting. If takes. No, I don't. I think we're just going to trade down to an end game where we're behind. I'm also behind 7 minutes somehow. My opponent is just like, this is easy, right? And I'm like, this is incredibly complicated. All of these calculations. My opponent's like, nah, you're wrong. It's easy. All right, we're taking, and now I don't know what to do. I'm just down a pawn. I don't really see what my plan is. I'm thinking of going here, and then they go here, then I go here. I still can't really get in is the problem. So where do I want my knight? Perhaps there? Oof. I guess I'm going here. I just don't really see where else to go. I'm going to really need to pick up the pace here or risk just straight up running out of time. Oh, he's going to go here anyway and close that off. How do I deal with this? Knight here, here, knight here, here maybe? I think the answer is stick the knight here. It's also time to get the king out, of course. We're in the end game. Yeah, that seems like a very reasonable move for that knight. I'm thinking about going here. And then if here, and then I have a nice spot for my knight. It's kind of a wild idea. Might be better just to move my king. I'm down to like a minute. Okay, let's go. Let's just bring the king in like this. Opponent has similar ideas. Okay, so now he's got discovery ideas, which are of course dangerous. I'm gonna go here. No, I can't go there. I'm gonna go here. Does not have a discovered check yet. I have to keep an eye on my king and not go into range of the discovery. I think the plan's gonna be like here. Okay, that wrecks that plan. If I go here and let him get the discovered check, we're just trading down more to an endgame. Let's go. No, I want to go this way, right? No, that would give up the piece. I'm gonna go here. Okay. Then I think I want to try to put the knight here. So I'm gonna go here. I guess there's an issue that you can just go here now. Yeah, that might be game. Like game over. So I can't protect this pawn. Yeah, really did not play this very well. I mean, I guess my hand is kind of forced. I'm the one who forced this pawn structure, and I'm the one who's going to lose. And my opponent is so confident. They're giving me more time. Can I defend this easily? No. But I'm going to go here. Then I'm going to go here. At least make it challenging for my opponent. I need to go here to stop this. Gotta love my opponent's unbridled confidence here. I guess I can't go there. That gives up a pawn. Everything's kind of falling apart. The pawn push turns out was a very bad plan. Oh, that's unfortunate. I thought it was a good plan. Turns out it was not. All right, I'm just gonna come over here. I don't know. I don't know what we're doing here. My opponent gave me more time, so I guess I have all the time I want now. I'll just bring the knight back. I don't know. There are no good moves here. I have lost the game. I was already, and then I walked into this too, even though I already saw that was coming. What's hard is I have nothing, right? Like, I have absolutely nothing in this position. My opponent is the only one who has any moves that are any good. They have this move. It's just like a complete debacle at this point. I could get my knight trapped by going here. I think here is where we call the game. So, a weird game. My opponent destroyed me on time and destroyed me over the board and gained 35 rating points from this game. So, I don't know what that was about. Apparently, their rating was not up to date. So, let's take a look at what happened. I'm not even really sure where this thing fell apart. All right. So, this is not unusual stuff here. Interestingly, yeah, okay, so this I knew as soon as I made it. I was like, ooh, I should have played the knight first. Well, we just kind of transposed into some normal looking stuff. Actually, I guess we should look real quick. Was there a punishment for me bringing this? Yeah, okay, so the punishment was, oops, go back one. I guess it's not really a punishment, but this is probably the expected idea, to take advantage of that weaker pawn. Okay. So we're just developing now. Things are very normal. Nothing exciting is happening. Taking the open file as I should. Okay, the computer does not. Oh no, the computer does like A3. Okay. Okay. Nothing interesting to see here. Interesting, the computer says I could take the open file now. That move's fine. This is probably where I made my mistake. Okay, I think it's here probably. Yeah. No, I mean the computer says this is all fine. Takes, everything's good. Everything's even. Okay, so this is kind of where the computer's like, I don't know about that. E4 is the number one move. Which is interesting. I did not even mention E4. But if we look at E4, it looks kind of interesting. So he takes. If we take back, takes again with the knight, threatening the queen. Queen goes to, say, G3, which I don't think I saw this particular angle in the game. We're hitting two things. Knight can just drop back to block it. But now we can start kind of blowing open the center. And the computer says they should castle. Because if they take, now we've got some chances. Now it's like, okay, now we get to go over here. Now the king's got to move to F8. The king's kind of stuck in the corner. Or the rook is. If we want, we could double up. The computer says that's not actually the right approach, but it's certainly something we could do. That E4 move, very interesting. It's that idea of, you know, a temporary pawn sack to blow open the game. I totally missed it. Instead, I just kind of traded down, knowing that this was going to go into... Oh, okay. So my way takes us down into a pawn short. Computer likes this in-between move of going here first. And they can't take here, because if we take back, the rook falls also. So they're just kind of stuck in the stasis. They have to resolve this knight first. The knight goes here. And then we've got some interesting ideas of then coming up to here. And it's kind of like, oh my, what is happening here? So then castles is the best move. Take, and then we get to get our pawn back in the end. So, interesting that my idea was like it was both right and wrong, if you can understand that. It was right if I had seen the full piece of it, but in the version I played, where I only saw part of it, it's very wrong, right? The computer's like, what? Why are we doing this? We're just losing now. We're only down a pawn, but the computer says it's -2. Like that's a very big pawn, right? A lot of the time, like I was going into it like, rook end games are pretty drosh anyway. I could hold this a pawn down without a problem. The computer's like, you are not going to hold this. That is a big problem. Okay, so the game ends essentially there, and we saw went very sideways. So if I didn't see the full continuation there, what should I have done here? Computer suggests a better move here would be to go queen d1. I don't see why. I think maybe it's a double attack from this square. Okay, computer suggesting castle, but let's just take. Takes the pawn. And then the problem is this guy defended by him. What if we try to remove him? Well, then they would take. Then we get to take here. And now it works much better. If we takes, we win the rook, we win the queen. So that's kind of fascinating. So now if they were to just like be like, okay, everything's held together, I'll castle, game ends. We're removing the defenders. Everything falls apart. And there we go. We win. So, interesting there. I really did miss that other idea of dislodging that knight. Let's say they didn't do that and they castled. Why does... Okay, we're still not seeing what the point of this move was as far as like... I thought it was probably coming over, but it doesn't seem like it is. Is it simply... I think the reason that we moved the bishop or the queen in this line is because it was under fire from the knight when it came there, and we did see that ended up being a big problem. So I guess let's complete the debacle that was this game. I traded down to a completely losing endgame on purpose. I saw that whole continuation and went, I think we can do that. So that wasn't a calculation error. That was an evaluation error, right? An evaluation error of, I thought I could handle that. And then this is a ridiculous blunder. Of course, they could just go there and attack that. And now we're forced to trade rooks and lose another pawn. And from here on out, it's, the whole game is pointless. So, an interesting game. I think really, it was hard for me because I got the rooks doubled on the open file. It seems like I have a clear positional advantage. And I just missed a couple of sort of important moves. One to secure a draw out of that position. One that e4 move, which was cool, which basically said like, hey, let's exploit our big advantage. We're developed. They're not even castled. Let's blow this thing open and exploit it. I didn't do that. And then the final pieces, I kind of missed the fact that I could have just backed up the queen. And I guess the final piece is I misevaluated something that I calculated very accurately. One of the many problems in my game. When I do calculate accurately, the evaluation does not match what I thought it was going to be. So, hopefully you found this enlightening. We're back down to 1975. That's okay. We can't win them all on the road to 2200. I'll see y'all next time.